Hey guys, Dark Humility here with Slam Session number 3. Speed Slam Session number 3 on my hardcore solo self-found project, Season 12, Suffering. Here we are again with 60 plus items, virgin, unslammed, waiting to be destroyed or elevated into Nirvana. Which will it be? 25% chance to utterly, completely, irrevocably transform them into some random rare. And then, of course, 75% chance to get some stat. If it can roll sockets, 25% of that 75% is sockets. And of course, today I will be, of course, briefly mousing over the contestants today for today's Speed Slam session. Last time was a utter brick fest. The first time I would say was pretty insane and some pretty a lot of crazy slams. Last time we had one standout, which is an all resistance 3-socketed Crown of Ages, which is pretty insane. But, and I'm almost sure to use on my next builds actually, but the thing is, this time we got more. So I'll show them off briefly, and then we'll slam them as fast as possible. And then there'll be an aftermath at the end, so hopefully you guys stick around for all that fun, awesome stuff. Alright, here we go. You got a Drax, you got a Frostburn, you got a Reapers, Black Oak Shield, an unidentified Verdungos, Gladiator's Bane, Strangle's Bell, 2 skill arcanes, an upgraded Vampire Gaze, kind of ran, but a perfect roll Natalia's on the stats that matter. Veil of Steel, also pretty random, but it's a Veil of Steel. Ebonbane, pretty random stuff here, but it's a very strong bow there. Of course, we have 3 Shadow Disciplines, 10 FCR on the Ami there. Drax, Den Mother, not the greatest roll. We had an insane one in the last, I think the first slam session. We have a 3-socketed Eth Indestructible slammed one, so I don't know. This one could still do something crazy though if it rolls +1 though, so you never know. Tabex, Gladiator's Bane, unidentified Shaco with perfect defense. Interesting. Goblin Toe, Mage Fist, Hellslayer, Reaper's Toll, and Darl's Visage. Bartux, Lightsaber, 8% perfect damage, perfect DR, Volcathus Set Ring. Wraithskin, Wolfhowl, Steel Shade, Barizza, Cloudcrack, Lightsaber, if I didn't already say that. Pretty bad roll Death's Web, but it's a Death's Web, so you gotta slam it, right? Abyssal Ward, 27 Mars. We remember what happened to that last Mars, so maybe this one will turn out better. Atma's Whale, Cyclopean Roar, 2-socketed Crown of Ages. Soul Drainer, Steel Shade, Cerebus Bite, F2 Throw, another perfect roll Natalia's Armor for the most part. 5 skill Grandfather, Alder's Armor, Laying of Hands, 4 skill Fire Lizard's Talons, Steel Pillar, G-Face, Merman Sprocket, Inferno Stride, Titan's Grip, another Reapers, Demon Machine, Lacerator, 4 skill Shadow Killer, Eth Redeemer, 22 V-Gaze, probably the best one I've found. Frostwind with the skills that we need. Schaefer's Hammer. Wow. That's pretty rare, right? We'll see what happens to it. Fenris, Lycander's Flank, Eth IK Armor, Cranium Basher, Merman Sprocket, String of Ears, Scolders, Perfect Blizzard Ormus, Frostburns, Executioner's Justice, another Reaper's Toll, Laying of Hands, Frostburn, Anvil Guard Strap with perfect DR, Nas Coil, Titan's Grip, and to top it all off, a brand freshly found Stone of Jordan. Alright, well, I'll let you know, my history with these is not so good, but we have had some winners. Any LPK, MPK, or faster cast rate would be insane. So, of course, we'll have to attempt to slam it. Alright, guys, let's get it going. We're gonna do the countdown. Alright, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. The Drex Oh, down the drain right away. Frostburns. Enhanced defense. That's pretty trashy too, honestly. Reaper's Toll. Enhanced damage, deadly strike. Wow, that's a good one. One socketed Black Oak Luna. Okay. And it turned black, which means it's alive. All resistance corruption on a Dungos. Hey, that's pretty solid. One socket G-Bane. Pretty nasty. Replenish life on that sucker. Not too good. Cold res on the 2-skill Arcane's Valor. Hey, that's not too bad. Oof. First V-Gaze down, but that's the shittier one. Here we go. Light res. Max light res on the Nat's armor. Interesting. Mana per kill on the Veil of Steel. Cast rate on an Evanbane. Wow. You know, that's actually pretty good corruption, somewhat. Use that for summons on. Got faster run walk on the crazy Shadow Ami. Interesting. Mana Leech on the Drax. It is now a complete Mana Leech picture. And the Den Mother down the hatch. 50 FCR on a Tavex Glory. Wow, that's kind of crazy. Light res on a Gladiator's Bane. The Shaco turned not green. Ouch, that one's toast. Got a replenish life on the Goblin Toes. Not good. We got a Cold Res, Mage Fist. Havoc Mangler. Yeah, we definitely inflicted some havoc on that item. And that is a ghoul of its former self there for the Reapers. It looks like we're going to survive on the Andes, though, with life per kill. That's a pretty good corruption on an Andes, actually. 2 sockets on the Bartux. Not bad. And, oh, the perfect BK set ring. It's no more. It's toast. Wow. What an insane ED roll on that, resulting brick from the lightsaber, though. Interesting. Got Cold Res on the Ray Skin. Wolf Howl is toast. Oh boy. Ooh, the Steel Shade also toast. We got life per hit on the Barizza. Not great. And Cloud Crack. It's gone. And, well, you know, that's fine. The shitty Death Web, it was cool to find one, but it's gone. It's out of the park. 2 sockets on Abyssal Ward, though. That's pretty nice. I like that item. And a second bricked Mars. Oh man, Mars is having a really bad season for me. Here we go. Cyclopean Roar is gone. And wow, even bricked this Crown of Ages. Luckily we have the better one. Woo! Another brick. Damn, the Soul Drainers. Dang, it's like 5 bricks in a row. Steel Shade. Holy moly. Poison res on that one. Jeez. Jesus. 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 The bricks. Old res on that Talia's. Hey, that's pretty nice. Damage attack rating on the Grandfather. Woo! Nice. 1 socket on the Elders. Laying of Hands. Oh, you got the gold find on that sucker. 1 socket F2 throw. Okay. Steel Pillar with more Crushing Blow. Okay. Fire Lizard's Talons with 2 sockets. Hey. Another solid corruption on a Claw. Hit recovery on the G-Face. And we're going to hit block chance on our Merman Sprocket. That's actually pretty good. Got Poison Res on the Infernostride. Titan's Grip with attack rating. Reaper's Toll. 5 sockets. Damn, the Reapers are getting sick corruptions. Not the Demon Machine, though. That one is down the hatch. Lacerator, MF. We got F. With, ooh, wow, 30 cast rate Shadow Killer. Sick. Very nice. 3 sockets, Eth Redeemer. Really? Alright. CBF on a 22DR V-Gaze. Oh boy. Slams are getting better. It was a bloodbath in the beginning, but I don't know. Oh, come on. It rolls 4 sockets. But it's bricked. No more Schaefer's Hammer. Well, that's not happening. Curse Resistance Fenris. F. Lycanders is no more. 2-socketed FIK. Oh boy. That is interesting. 20 FCR on a Cranium Basher. That's not the kind of weapon you want that on. Not typically. Dex on a string. Alright. CBF on Excolders. Wow, okay. Laying of Hands. Got some poison res there. Oh no, not the perfect Blizzormus. What is going on, dude? Some of the best items just taking a nosedive into the toilet. We got Reaper's Toll. Oh, that's not bad though. Executioner's Justice. Gone. Energy on the Nos Coil. One socket on an Ammo Guard strap. Planish Life on the Titan's Grip. And Meph on the Perfect Frostburns. Interesting. Alright, and last but not least, we have the Stone of Jordan. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And it's gone! Holy brick-a-moly! Dang! We bricked everything! We bricked the Mars. We bricked the Shaco. We bricked the Stone of Jordan. We bricked everything, dude. But there were some winners in here, though. Some items got some pretty insane slams, let's be honest. Wasn't a complete catastrophe. That being said, though, wow. Nasty stuff, man. Nasty. Yeah, no, we could start building some brick houses in the US. No more wooden houses, man. Dang, so Ethlic Candor's gone. Cloud Crack, gone. Holy crap, so many bricks. Wolf Howl, gone. Stone of Jordan, gone. Perfect BK Set Ring, gone. Schaefer's Hammer, gone. Soul Drainer's gone. Crafty Death Web, gone. Steel Shade, gone. Lightsaber, gone. That's just a crappy goblin too, but I mean, whatever. Frostburn's gone. Perfect Skill Den Mother, but no 3 sockets on it. Gone. Merman Sprocket, gone. Demon Machine, gone. Executioner's Justice, gone. Cyclopean Roar, gone. Dang, man, this is crazy. We got Hellslayer, gone. One of the Reapers, gone. Perfect Blizzormus, gone. Is this a second Steel Skull? No, that's not a second one. I don't even know. 2 socket Crown of Ages, gone. One of the V-Gazes, gone. Shaco, gone. Dang. Wow. And 27 Mars. And one of the Drax, gone. Insane, honestly. A lot of the very best items with the most potential completely obliterated. We thought the last one was bad. I don't know. I think this one might have even been worse. That being said, though, let's go over some aftermath on the good ones, because there's always, if you're gonna slam 60 items, there's always gonna be at least some big winners. Let's be honest here. There were. So let's go over them real quick. My first Verdungos I have found on my SSF. Big on hardcore, by the way. 3712, not a bad roll. 7 all resistance. That is one of the best slams you can get on that. There aren't that many. DR is good, FCR is good. Those are pretty hard to get, but all resistances is definitely one of the better ones. That is definitely a, and that's also a high roll too. I think like 5's minimum at 7. It's very good. Arcane's Valor survived, which is our first +2 arcanes, but I don't know, it has res. That's kind of good. But that's about it for that one. Let's see. What do we got here? Oh yeah, we got dual leech 10 LPK Drax. That's pretty cool, actually. 50 FCR Tavex Glory. So that's really good on builds that use mana, like on a Sork. That could be pretty nice. 50 FCR and a shield. It's not bad. Two-socketed Bartex, 2/2, not bad. This is actually a solid slam. So most characters that go poison that would use this. Life per kill, really good. Really good on this right here. This is really solid. So that's a good slam on the Andes. Andes will take it. Rest of these pretty junky crap. Two sockets though on Abyssal Ward. That's potentially really good. Maybe use it for some, but yeah, that's one of the better corruptions you could definitely get on that thing. Let's see here. Oh yeah, EDAR Grandfather. Look at this thing. So it started out as having pretty low ED. It's like 208. But now it has 321 ED and it has 250 attack rating. So yeah, I got EDAR. And whenever it gets one of the hybrid ED stats, those ED stats are big. So that is a pretty nice Grandfather. For those that don't know, I have found a vial and a mirror. Now, I'm not saying we'd use it on this. It would have to get a 4-socket puzzle box too, but you never know. There's some potential here. That's actually pretty good. So we're not going to do that, but that's pretty nice. Can't slam a mirror. I really like that Grandfather. That's a sick weapon. That's good. There's so many bad corruptions you can get on weapons, and to get one of the best ones, one of the rare hybrid corruptions with ED, that's really good. Let's see, what else we got here? Yeah, it's still not great even with the CB. Two-socketed Fire Lizards though with 4 skills. That's gonna be pretty nice. I think I'm gonna use this on my fire traps in, so that's gonna be nice to use for sure. We have 5-socketed Reapers. 5-socketed Reapers. That is, yeah. Now, it's not just this Reapers, it's the other Reapers too. The other no, not that one. Actually, no, wait. Was that the only good Reapers? Maybe it was. Okay. Well, the other one, oh yeah, I guess the other one only got like 3 MPK. 5-socketed Reapers, though, I mean, that's max sockets. That's a really good Reapers. Frostwind. It survived. I'm very sad about this. It got the wrong Pierce corruption. If it got 10 cold resistance, this would be insane. Very close. Very close. Curse resistance Fenris. That's definitely a very good stat. FCR on Shadow Killer. So you usually use this build either for pre-buffing or for Mind Blast. So Mind Blast needs FCR, so that's a great corruption on that item. Let's see. Anything else? Oh yes, of course. We gotta talk about that one. That one's really good. So we got a couple others that are pretty notable here. We got Kanabi Frozen on Skull Desire, but then MF also on 10/10 Frostburn, also very good. With like a perfect MF slam right there. But then it looks like our Vampire Gaze look has returned from the last season. And we also did hardcore solo self-found. Look at that bad boy. And not be frozen, 22% damage reduction. Oh boy. That is a great item. That is a great item. And for if you don't need resistances like on the Crown of Ages, that is insane. So that's very cool. However, I gotta say, when it comes to a lot of items, I had a lot of hope for some of these. The Mara's definitely, you know, Mara's never wants to roll, it seems, this season. 2 Mara's down the drain. The first Shaco we've actually slammed, bricked. We did get 2-socket puzzle box on the one I'm using, but there definitely was a lot of potential on those. Like, we could have gotten a +3. I mean, obviously it's very hard to do, but +3 for this build would have been crazy. That kind of sucks. The Stone of Jordan hurts too, because it's also another unslammed item I'm kind of holding on to just for my build's power at the moment. So we had some potential upgrades there for the Bone Necro, and unfortunately, the game did not want to slam those any good whatsoever. So that's probably the biggest tragedy here. In any regards, though, we bricked, I think, almost all the ultra rares. We bricked Schaefer's Hammer, which is one of the rarest items in the game and also one of the best melee weapons. It had potential, but until it's under the shard, until the shard decides whether to send it down into the underground, where to lift it up to heaven, it's no item at all sometimes. And that's just how it goes. Sometimes that is how it goes. Well, at any rate, let me know what you guys think about this speed slam session in the comments below. GG. It was a ringer. I gotta say though, there are some real winners. So this one wasn't like last one where like there's only really one good slam and a bunch of bad bricks. There were a bunch of bad bricks this time, but there was also more than just one. Had some pretty solid slams, particularly in items that could be used very well on melee characters. So definitely expect us to be making some melee action going on in this season. It's probably happening no matter what. Got a lot of good items for that, and also a lot of decent ones for other builds. But at any rate, oof, lost some bad ones though, as always. Anyway, GG guys. See you guys in the next one. Dark Humility over and out. Let's get it.